Okay, folks, it's Mike's Instant Movie Review. Unhinged, Russell Crowe. I don't know if this was 2020 or 2019. It's out now, 2020. I'm thinking the movie was conceived somewhere in the last 5 or 6 years and filmed maybe in 2018 or 19. It says it was filmed in Louisiana. Why do I say that? Well, some of the more timely topics in this film, and I guess I'll just say a spoiler alert right away. For those of you that want to know if you should see this movie or not, go ahead and see it. It's a good movie. It's a 90-minute movie, but now we're going to get into some spoilers. Now, why I say this movie was not filmed in 2020, obviously, although it's September. First of all, that would probably be too much of a rush job anyway. Second of all, the big topic of this movie, the social subtext, so to speak, is road rage and just people driving distracted, how this can cause accidents, people can get angry. However, that message there, folks, is a little convoluted because our main, antagonist, but kind of I don't know if you'd call him the central character or the antagonist or both, but the big heavyweight star of this movie, it's not even an anti-hero, he's clearly the antagonist, is played by Russell Crowe. Now, why I say he's the central character, or is it him or the female mom, the single mom, or the divorced mom? It's because you're not really sure whose movie is this, and that might be a little bit of a fatal flaw in this movie. This review was really prompted to give him credit. Johnny the Kyrie Sane enthusiast on Twitter is a big Mike Messier movie review fan, and Johnny really insisted I see Unhinged. And Johnny, I'll have you know that I saw this film in the Cinemark, which is really the best cinema in town. Now, I do like Regal as well. Regal, you probably get more bang for your movie $1 with their subscription plan. I like them both, to be honest with you. I'm not a theater snob. Like, I can appreciate that some theaters are cosmetically better than others, but I'm not the type of asshole who's not going to go see a movie because it's in a smaller theater or the seats aren't recliners or whatever the fuck, or they don't have a cup holder. I mean, I like all the amenities, but I can go for like a lower grade theater as well. Anyway. About 5 people in the theater today. I did have a great seat. I like the fact that the movie's 90 minutes. I've been seeing these Tenets, and I've been seeing these other movies that are all like 2 hours plus, and so it was nice to be in a movie that it's like, okay, it's 90 minutes and I'm done. I didn't have to take any restroom vacations. I didn't have to go get snacks. I could just sit there and watch the movie in a 90-minute adrenaline rush. Now, the movie, I don't want to say derivative, but I will say it owes a tip of the hat, the cinematic hat, to 2 films I want to mention. I believe it was Steven Spielberg's first directing. Was it Spielberg who directed Duel, D-U-E-L. It's about a normal guy at a gas station, or he's in his normal car, and he gets into this pissing contest with a truck. And I don't think you ever see the truck driver, but you just kind of see that this guy's fighting for his life. And that, I think, was it Spielberg or Lucas? I thought it was Spielberg. I want to drink a little sip. I've got this cream soda from fucking Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's woman was a little bit interesting. She did let me know that she's a single mother. I don't know how I'm supposed to process that information when she's making me a steak and cheese and mushroom sub that she just kind of threw out there that she's a single mother. I don't know if she was looking for a tip or if she was trying to feel me out if I was into that type of thing or not into it, or if she just felt the need to talk to somebody. I also called my insurance company today, and the person on the other end of the line started giving me their life story. So I've had an interesting day. I think people are just needing to vent these days, so you get these random acts of people telling you their shit. Going back to the film, I know I went off on a trail there. My hair's doing interesting things. The movie Duel and the other one was Falling Down. Now, if you thought that this movie Unhinged was to your liking, Johnny, and whoever else, I suggest you check out Falling Down, 1993, Michael Douglas. The element of the average white guy having a mental collapse over the course of a day, I think was done better and more dramatically and more interestingly in Falling Down. I think what this movie Unhinged does, look, you've got a Hollywood heavyweight, and he is a little heavy in this one, Russell Crowe, but I think what you've got is kind of a mosh-up or a mash-up, as the kids say, of Falling Down and Duel. But if you liked the kind of more psychological elements, I think you would like, Johnny, this movie Falling Down, 1993, Michael Douglas. I believe it takes place in Los Angeles. Who's the officer? Who plays the police officer in that movie? It's another legendary actor, the guy from The Godfather who wasn't a Corleone. Robert Duvall, I believe. Any effing fucking way. So there you have it, folks. Is this movie worth seeing? Yes. I do suggest, like me, if you like fine cinema, you got to see this movie in the theater. Sure, you could watch it at home. You could Netflix and chill. It's never going to be as good. You're never going to have a movie theater in your house, folks. I'm sorry. You're never going to have the sound system that's as good as the movies. I know assholes like to think that their home theater viewing is so wonderful and great, but it's not as good. I'm sorry, assholes. So I do recommend seeing Unhinged in the theater. If you're going to go see it, see it in the theater like a man. Some of these places have these subscription deals, or a woman, and so forth. I'm just kind of distracted. There were some things going on at the theater outside of it that were interesting to me. There's a sheriff outside the theater. So anyway, I just thought it was a good movie. I mean, is it the movie that's going to solve anything? No. Here's the other thing. Unhinged. So this big issue of road rage and so forth, but what I was saying was, if you have seen the movie, you'll appreciate this. We're not really just dealing with an average guy who loses his mind, which brings to light something like Changing Lanes. Ben Affleck and was it Morgan Freeman, I believe? No, not Morgan Freeman. Samuel Jackson, Changing Lanes. This movie, you start with a psychopath. You start with a guy, spoilers, who has killed, I guess, his ex-wife and his ex-wife's new man. And he goes on killing several people throughout the day. Yet there's this refrain that the woman, female character, whose actress, I don't know her name, if she had just apologized for honking at this guy, or not honked at this guy, she could have avoided all this trouble. Now, the conflict with that, folks, is we've already established that this guy is a serial killer at the beginning of the movie, or not a sociopath. He's killing people. He's killing his ex-wife and his ex-wife's new man at the beginning of the movie, and then and the movie, I think, is trying to say, you know, be careful who you're mean to in traffic because they might get mad at you and seek retribution. Okay, fine. But this guy's a serial killer, we're a killer all along. Now, if the movie had not had the opening scene, which is quite powerful, I must say, you don't want to be late for this movie, Unhinged. But I think what I'm getting at is, you're trying to do both. You're trying to see that Russell Crowe is the everyday guy who loses his mind because of road rage and goes on a killing bender. At the same time, you've established that he's already killing people that have nothing to do with road rage. He's killing his ex-wife methodically. He's killing this other asshole methodically. So it's not, you can't have it both. It's either a character study that this guy's a killer and a prick and he's an asshole and this poor woman gets caught up in it, or you make a movie saying, hey, be careful about road rage. This guy's about to hit me in his car trying to park. Anyway, my point is you can't have both. MikeMessier.com, all the wonderful shows on the Mike Messier YouTube channel. The Mike Messier film reviews, Mike's original films. My own films, you might find, folks, are probably better than some of these cinematic pieces. The Impeccable, Disregard the Vampire, Mike Messier documentary. Messier Peace Theater and Messier Mantra, all the wonderful things. The Geico Guy interview, Michael McGlone. So once again, MikeMessier.com. Like, subscribe, share the fucking videos. Now that I've made you a video, Johnny, you can share it, Mike Messier.